die, so he could, and you know what he did? He spit it out. He spit it out, man. Just like Fred Hampton, they had to drug him.
Yep.
He wasn't about that. They had to drug him, so he died, and then they shot him up.
Yep.
But he was with the business, man. The Lord had a very powerful spirit on him for his people, but that wasn't the avenue that we're supposed to go as a people. Mm-hmm. But he definitely had a heavy spirit on him of an uprising as a people. Like shit, even the average Jake don't got that.
Yeah, that's gone now.
Yep. But they did that. Hoover, remember? The FBI did that. So what you think they're gonna do with us?
That's right.
What you think they're gonna do with us? Paul got charged with sedition. Yahushua got crucified. Paul got put to death. So what you think they're gonna do to us, telling you, hey, we're better than the standard Babylonian lifestyle, and there's something better coming? We're talking about the end of them, man. That's a threat. That's a threat, and we're telling it out of this, not the book of Negas. Hey, OCAB don't care about some nigga with a mascara over his right eye.
Right.
Yeah. He declares this as an act of war,
yep.
Which it is, because we're declaring war against wickedness.
Yep.
Yep. In the name of our God, Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And since you want to accuse us, we're accusing you.
Yep. Well, that's why they killed Sitting Bull, because they believed that he was ushering in a deliverance for the people against the oppression of Esau. So they went to his village or whatever, and a scuffle broke out, and they shot him because they wanted to make sure he wasn't pushing an uprising to the people. Which shows you what? Esau don't want you to uprise in the spirit or mind. He likes you at a very low level, that he's giving you a curriculum to live. Ain't that effed up?
That is effed up.
So you don't want us to be better. He's like, how much Black and Miles have been sold this month?
Right.
How many Newports?
He likes you being a nigga.
Yep.
How many more niggas trying to be rappers?
Right. Now they are mo niggas.
How many more niggas are in the prisons?
Yep.
You see?
Yep. He's a number cruncher. That's why he does his census. He wants to know in these demographics of areas where he has forced and pushed you through race riots and history, what's the sales in tobacco and blunts?
Liquor.
And AIDS and abortions.
Yep.
What's horror? What's the numbers? Give me it. And then it's like, oh, it ain't enough? Put more in there. Y'all remember those Newport billboards?
Yep.
And don't be believing those alcohol commercials. That shit ain't true. You be seeing the people, the fucking lime spritzing across the screen. Ain't no, bro, I see people that drink that shit. They ain't like that. You know what I mean?
They be like Mo from Simpsons.
Right. Barney.
Yeah, Barney.
Yeah, they be like Barney. For real though.
Yeah.
They got the big beer bellies. They get their packs of cigarettes and they say, bah humbug. They ain't happy, bro. They ain't happy.
Back in 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry.
Yeah.
Ye are the Most High's building.
Yeah. Oh, we're the Most High's building. See? We are the third temple. Okay?
Yeah, right.
And we're embracing that. And this is why there's agenda to come at us as a nation to destroy the temple again.
And how do they want to do that? By giving you that electronic wallet.
Yep.
Yep.
They want to make you one with the grid.
With the beast.
Yep. There you go. They want to make you one with this system. You see? So then if you're one with this system, that's an electronic oil, which now represents servitude for life.
Represents which will contain your currency, your identification,
Health.
your health records, everything. So a lot of people are going to get it through the idea of convenience. A lot of people are going to get it because they like the sound of a miracle. Even Yahushua told wicked Israelites that all y'all want to see is a miracle.
Yeah.
So some people are going to get it so they could walk again.
Yep.
So they could move a prosthetic limb.
Yep.
The
Yep.
deaf could speak.
Yep.
Yep. He's about to deceive people to take this thing through miracles, man.
It's technology.
But the Lord's about to give his men power anyway.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
So miracles will be performed on the left hand and in the right hand side. That's
right.
how it's always been.
It's a balance. That's the balance of prophecy. Because when he shall come in like a flood, then I'll lift up a standard. So we're waiting for that standard to be lifted. You want to go into that, Marks? Some of that? And we just keep going. You got something?
I just got that one and Esdras that you wanted.
I kind of do still want to go into Esdras. Hey, let's go back into Esdras. Because I want to get a little more prophecy too. We were holding Mark, to let y'all know it's basically the parable of the sower seed, which really lines up with what Paul was saying, you know, the seed and planting and watering.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and Edges, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Back in St.
Probably could end it on in Edges.
Back in St. Andrews 9, starting at verse 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past.
Hey, you know what, I'll say this. We're in 2022. You can look around and say, there's no sign of advancement for us as a people. There's no advancement.
If anything, we're going backwards.
We're going. I'm telling you right now, like I said earlier, we went to a basketball court, and these niggas was literally monkeys, man.
Man, bro.
You couldn't even play a game. If these people can't come together without Esau to play a game, then how the hell they gonna come together to live?
They all crippled and shit.
They're through. The reason why you can get a regulated game is because Esau controls it.
Yep.
He's got his ref, his arenas, his curriculums, his standard, his owners. Them niggas are molded to be in order. When you look at Jake, if you put Jake in a room, let's say you put not even 1,000, put 20 random Jakes in a room. You know what would happen, bro? You know what would happen? They would have to call in Esau to straighten it out.
Yep.
Jake is not, look at, so this is showing you we need a higher awakening. We need a spiritual awakening. NAACP, Black History Month, BET. What else, brothers? What else?
Shit.
Fucking Cardi B.
The vote to right. You know what I'm saying? On a level like of what he's giving you as a black, like rights as a black freedom.
Juneteenth.
All those things that's been directed to you as a people is not doing nothing to bring you on a level.
It's African American history. You know?
Nothing. Nothing is set up for you to become a better human being for you as a people, man. Nothing. The closest you get to becoming better is to be a Pan-African expert while you're on some weirdo nigga's YouTube.
Even the HBCUs, those ain't shit either. You
Right.
know what I mean? Those fucking, those tainted ass colleges, bro.
Going into politics, going into government, becoming a lawyer, becoming a judge, becoming a police officer. None of that fixes us as a people. You see? This is what you're seeing. We are in the future. All right? It's been on my, right, bro? I be saying all, because it's on my spirit to say that, because we actually are. I was watching Judge Dredd last night, which, it was a 90s movie, but there's a messages was in that. And you know what it showed you? It showed America was completely shit. The police department was completely draconian. You know, they would sentence you to death on the spot like they do now. And the average people were weirdos, shaved heads. Jake looked like Rick James with a leather jacket on. You know, men were women. That was like, yo, this is today.
Like today.
So this is showing you that even in the movies, they show you in the future, according to this establishment, will be nothing beneficial for you. It'll be nothing to benefit you, man. It's set up to destroy you. A systematic design of oppression to oppress you mentally, physically, and a slow death. That's what you get. Keep going.
Back in 2 Esdras 9 and verse 1. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I told thee before.
And then when Jake do get something that Esau has, look at the hell you got to go through with it. You know, he finally gets a house, or it's in a neighborhood with demon neighbors. The police hate you. You finally get a car. You know, you got to do this. You got to stop like Smokey. Remember the fucking the shoe was, you know what I mean? Yeah. You got to unplug the battery because the light will go on. Yeah. You know? Man. Brother said, man, your car sound like wood. But this is the shit they give you.
Yeah.
And then to be successful, you got to worship Satan. You can get that from me in Matthew 4. To be successful, you got to sell out to Satan here. You can't be righteously successful in America. You have to be wicked to make it on a level, man. And then, or they'll hire you to be self-righteous as if like you can do it too. But them niggas worse. You just had this Christian pastor at I think it's like Matthews 4 and 6. Yeah, around there, yeah. You could maybe even read it quick if you wanted. But you had this Christian pastor, they were at a Christian convention. They said the nigga stumbled into a hotel drunk with prescription pills with a woman for 40 minutes. What you think his ass was doing? Okay? That's your Billy Grahams. All right. Shit is wild, man. This shit is wild. Let's read that point real quick.
I'll get to the point.
Yeah,
This is Matthew 4 and verse 8. Again, the devil taking him up into an exceeding high mountain.
Right. Matthew 4 is when Yahushua fasted and Satan tempted him.
Right, the 3 temptations.
Yep.
You know,
So you could read it from one on your own time to get the context of it, but we're just getting the initial point for what is a tactic that was tried to use on Yahushua, tried to use on us, and ultimately has overtaken us as a people. You had Cardi B doing she did the fucking East Indian goddess,
Shiva.
Thwada. She did the one, you seen her where she had the red horns, her tongue was out, and she was squatting.
Oh man.
That shit was wicked, bro. That's wicked, dog. Remember he said that?
says, again, the devil taking him up into an exceeding high mountain
Mm-hmm.
and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them.
Yep.
Now, what did he show? Because they was already in the Roman Empire, right? So he showed them, the Dark Ages, which Jake ruled, the Middle Ages. He showed them Britain, like the brother was saying.
Yep.
He showed them America all the way up until now.
Yep.
The Lord, used Satan to show you how shy the greatness of all these different kingdoms, man.
Yep.
Russia, China, East India, all these different nations.
Yep.
Of course, America is supposed to be the greatest nation on earth,
Yeah, that's that nigga's opinion.
It says, again, the devil taking him up into an exceeding high mountain and showed them all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them. So Yahushua knew the glory of America, man. All right? And said unto him, all these things would I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
See? So to be successful here, you gotta fall down and worship Satan. And who presents Satan to people? Well, I'll say, who presents Satan to Jake?
And
Esau.
Satanic worship is all about the flesh, doing demonic rituals, doing hand signs, gestures, body language, witchcraft, tarot card reading, and all manner of wickedness, necrophilia.
Songs.
Yeah.
Which a song is an incantation, which means a spell with words. Did you know that? So these songs, that's why we be not in the spirit, be listening to these songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When y'all met, you knew that. Like, I ain't with that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? I be on that cool vibe. You sipping or something. You need something cool, man. You listen to Lil Jon, you know what I'm saying? You might do something stupid because it's a spell. What you gonna do? Like, I'm about to chill, bro.
Yeah,
what you need to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And put you in the zone.
Yeah.
A different zone.
Right.
That's why niggas listen to drill music.
Yep.
I'll never forget. Chief Keef said his mixtape is going to bring up the murder rate.
Yep.
I now look at Chicago.
Yep.
Yep.
And then Jake said yesterday, he said these damn kids are like this because they listen to NBA YoungBoy.
Yep.
So they're showing you Esau uses, and in particular Jake, to open up a door to get the rest of them. That's what he does. He uses one to get them all.
Influence.
Yep. They call him initiator.
Initiator.
Young boy.
That's a mass psychology.
Them
Okay.
niggas end up in prison.
Yep. Well, you seen the one, Jake. He said, they talk about Chief Keef gave me a hug. He was actually offended. That's an idol, bro.
Right.
That's an idol. Then he used Lil Yachty and Lil Vert to make y'all effeminate, Then he uses, right?
Yeah.
And NBA YoungBoy is mildly retarded, man.
And they look retarded.
And then when L.E. Chopper or whatever he came out, he was like he was half naked in front of
Yeah, I
Birdman.
was about to say that, right?
Yeah, Birdman rubbing his
And
hands together with baby oil and shit. Like, yeah,
Yep.
got one. That's a wicked shepherd, bro.
Yep.
That nigga look like Leprechaun from the hood. And he's got a pentagram on his.
He's a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
For them younger Jakes.
Yes.
He be,
Yes.
Jake's like him, P. Diddy, 50 Cent.
Yep.
boy lovers.
Yep.
Yep.
Which Mace just came out with a diss. Y'all heard about that? Mace came out with a diss against P. Diddy. He said, "You profit off murder.
Oh,
You profit off our murder," which he did.
Yep.
Look at Craig Mack.
Yep. Which Craig Mack was never with the shit.
Yep.
Yo, Craig Mack, he served the Most High. He was like, yo, I'm not with that shit, bro. I'm not. That's why he went to that retreat, because his zeal, he didn't have knowledge, but he believed in God. He wasn't with none of this shit P. Diddy was trying to do to them.
I always like Craig Mack.
Yep.
Flavor in your ear, right?
Yeah.
I believe he's Benjamin.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
When you look him up, he actually was really about God. Like, he wasn't with that shit. Like, I'm not with that shit, bro. I don't play like that.
Then you got Mill. She's singing about the Caesar.
He tried to put me mark in my hand.
Yep.
Yeah. She was in the spirit.
Yep.
Yep. See, and
she was around Jay-Z. You know she saw some shit.
Yep.
You know.
Exactly. Why you think he was throwing that up? Beware the man that teach with his hands.
Yeah.
He's telling you a signal with his hands. You know?
It says, Matthew 4:10, then said Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan. Right, pretty much like, fuck out of here.
Yeah,
man.
I rebuke thee.
You know?
Yep.
Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord Yahweh, and him only shalt thou serve.
There you go.
That's what Yahushua told Satan. That's
Yep.
not worshiping you.
Yep.
And fuck those kingdoms.
Yep.
So that's the spirit that we are off to be in, you know?
Well, get Acts 5:29, because Yahushua was in that spirit. Then he put that spirit on his disciples, and his head disciple was who? Peter. So Peter came in that same stead too, which means what? Us following the apostles' doctrine, we need to come in that same spirit as well. You know? Acts 5:29.
I got you.
No, he's getting it. Just reiterating it, you know. We get that. We get a couple more.
This is Acts 5:29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai rather than men.
That's right. Rather than a mere mortal demon-ass man who's sold out. And it'd be a shame for us to speak what his ass did to got his little position of power. But y'all really don't got power like that. You're all just puppets, and you just go as far as the strings that they let you. You know? You go as far as the strings let you, man. But this whole system is satanic. You got to measure the time we're in. You got to understand that great satanic energy is about to be embraced for his new world order. You know?
Yeah, this man got CERN and shit.
He's about to do stuff that he was doing on those islands to you here in America. I seen some sick ass video with Epstein. Some woman strapped down. It was sick, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? I flicked out of it.
Yeah, I've seen a couple videos.
I flicked out of it. I'm good. I'm about to go to bed. I'm not watching that.
Yep.
I'm not looking at that. You know. Let's finish it off in 2nd Ezra 9, and that's church.
Back in 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, like 2nd Ezra said, they profanely commit, they profanely exercise. Now I'll hold my tongue no more.
Wickedness. Yep.
Okay, you've showed yourself to be a demon. You've showed that you want to embrace demonology and Satan. So now I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna judge you. You fell victim to Slugworth. Okay, we got to be in the spirit of Charlie. Remember Charlie Bucket? He was I ain't giving you that. I ain't giving you the everlasting gobstopper, because the everlasting gobstopper represented the word. The word shall endure forever.
That's right.
And he was like, nah, I'm not giving this to you. So that showed Wonka that he was, trustworthy with this book. That's why it says, when you come to serve the Lord, be prepared. He's tempting us. Let me make sure that I can trust them. You know, we know it's all through predestination, but it's a movie that's taking place. You know? So the Lord will put you through things so he can see that we're trustworthy. Hope the audio is good. We're gonna get a couple more. We're out.
Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things, even from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Hey, we're the only ones that really know these prophecies, man. And I'll say this, on top of that, we're the only ones in the spirit to read and register the world events according to prophecy. So we're like, oh shit, oh another earth, oh shit, it's about to go down. You know?
Upwards of the
These people have no idea. Well, I don't know, Babylon's America.
Right.
Well, America's not in the Bible.
That bitch said, she said, well, not yet.
Yeah. Not yet. People, man, are not on a level, man.
They legalized same gender,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
eloping.
Yeah.
Eminem said that.
Right.
Man and another man can't elope.
Right. Ew.
You know?
Yeah, which they got him.
Yeah, they got him.
They had to.
He was too much against them. You know, which you know the FCC, but they're also known as the JCC. Keep going.
Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
So we're like, oh, the Lord said this was going to happen. Wow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So we ain't tripping. We ain't tripping when Jake walk by and don't come up.
Right.
We're being allowed to understand why these things are happening. We're being built in the spirit to be judges, so we can judge someone's spirit and character. Okay, we judge up here. That's why we like, nah, let's go this way.
Right. Yep.
You know, shit. Old boy did that in Demon Night. Remember, he said, nah, I'll take the other bus.
Yep. Yep.
Because that nigga knew.
Yep.
He knew she was covered with the bloody Awashai, representing us. Keep going.
And it says, even from the beginning, for like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
The end has truly manifested, man. Okay? I myself am an 80s baby. I was born in the late 1900s. And it's definitely a different time now than it was back then. You don't even have people coming out the closet no more. That shit is a norm now.
Yep.
Okay? So the times have changed to a drastically low, wicked level. And it's so blatant, you know? Shit, you got these Jakes being quote unquote hood life and gangster. That shit's becoming extinct. The ghettos and hood is becoming such a low, worst state.
That shit ain't nothing, man.
You could see the government preparing a plan to destroy the ghetto and housing them somewhere else until they come. There you go. Until they come up with a new living quarter. You know,
Which is gonna be a prison.
Exactly.
You had an Edomite jogging down our net in Seward. Come on, what? That's right, smack dab in the hood, man.
Like Jake said, catch a Vic.
Yep.
And Jake's about to be a victim, which we ultimately are the victims, because a victim is someone who's sacrificed for a religious right. You know, if you look that up, and we're living sacrifices. You know, keep going.
Verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works.
Plain beginnings. Yep.
And endings and effects and signs.
Yeah, plain endings. It's plain. It's plain. We're at the end. You know, you can see it. You can feel it. You can feel that the needle's about to break the camel's back. You know.
Verse 7. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved.
In our works is the labor of love. Our works are not just living by the laws. Our work, okay, is showing our faith by our works, like being out here, being diligent, doing what is pleasing to the Most High, not being lukewarm. Those are the works it's talking about, you know. And then other brothers have other offices and positions, so you're doing what's according to your measure. Some sisters are able to sow or whatever, so they're doing according to their measure. But you're doing that because you believe in faith that what you're doing ain't in vain. Like us, we believe that the camps and lessons aren't in vain, you know? Keep going.
Verse 8, it says, shall be preserved from the said perils.
Shall be preserved from the savage-like, because peril and perilous go together. And don't it say in Timothy's perilous times shall come? So that's that peril. You know, savage-like times. And then going back to Judge Dredd, there was cannibals.
Yeah.
You know? And then guess who was the cannibals? Christians. He said, hallelujah, brother. I believe.
Yep.
And they said, well, you're going to be our sacrifice. Rob Snyder. Yeah. You know? So in the movie, in the future, they're showing you that the cannibals are Christians and they are Edomites. And the one Edomite Christian was half cyborg. He said, let me get him, pa. And the nigga, he had like phases to get mad, and he had like a missing arm and fucking metal collarbone. You brothers know if you've seen the movie, you know? They were through. The one Edomite had a cleft lip. You know, they were shooting planes down to eat the people. Your average American white Christian is going to turn into a murderous cannibal.
Yeah, right. Back in 2nd Esdras 9, in verse 8, it says, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders.
Yeah, we're going to see salvation, man. But we got to go through what? Much tribulation. Yeah. You got an article, brother? You got something you want to say?
Yeah, just real quick. This is from End Times headline. It says, Putin has just used deadly hypersonic missiles for first time ever as Ukraine war takes a dark turn.
Oh, he's testing those.
Swords are flying. We need that mark. That dollar's dwindling, man. You know, people ain't worried about that fiat currency no more. Well, the fiat currency of Babylon, that petro dollar. That's why they call it a petro dollar. Keep going.
And it goes on to say, and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
See, what's the Spirit been saying though? Predestination. You got to meditate on if you have been predestinated, and then your faith and believing you're predestinated will show by your works. Okay? Keep going.
Verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which not have abused my ways.
You abuse the ways of this truth. You got a lot of Jakes abusing the scriptures in the Bible. Hey, God said he hates white people. What you think of that? Remember the dude I showed you? And Newsbreak, it was the same N-word, the same nigga that was in the rap battle. That dude was a demon, man. He's a demon. I be watching, okay? I be watching stuff. That's my life. That's what the Lord put on my spirit. Watch, look, talk, read, you know? Check this out. Look at this shit. You know? You can say?
And that proves the Most High is watching too.
Exactly. Ultimately.
You know?
But that dude in that rap, but he's a demon, man.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He's a demon. I be seeing him how he interact with people. I wouldn't want to hang around that dude. You might wake up and your new Bible's missing. You know what I'm saying, though?
Damn, bro.
Keep going.
Hey, but that's their fruit.
Remember that Jake one tried to steal your apocrypha? You know, she came up and the brother, she was like, oh, what's this? And then she went like, we were talking, oh yeah, that's just the book. And she was like, oh yeah? Oh, okay. Remember? Oh, hey man, you got the brother Bible.
Jake, man.
Jake, bro.
They be doing
You gotta watch that
much.
fucking thieving spirit, man.
Yeah.
Witch.
Yeah, damn witch. She trying to supplant us. Keep going.
2nd Ezra 9 and verse 9. All right.
Yeah.
Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, for such as in their life have received benefits, being here in Babylon.
And doing what? Fucking getting millions from selling out. You know, all those demonic rituals, they got benefits for that. Niggas even got stimulus benefits, man. Low level niggas. So you got all type of benefits, but you don't put that and say the Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahushai or acknowledge the Most High.
Right.
You know,
I want to thank God
even though amongst Israel
and my mom.
the false leaders.
Yeah.
You know, great judgment is coming to wicked Israelites, man.
That's right.
All right, you gonna see fucking beards,
Beards and head wraps everywhere.
beards, fringes,
Yep.
staffs over here.
Yep.
Do rags over there.
Getting beat with staffs.
You know, people ain't gonna want to be Israelites, man.
Nope. A lot of them Jakes ain't Israelites.
People gonna hang up their garment. But how hard the judgment about to come, man. You know?
Back in 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 10, and for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty.
Order you to go to Egypt for help, and you're going to Egypt for help because of the benefits you received from Egypt.
And this is the liberty. But you have used liberty as a cloak of
Maliciousness,
as
yes.
the scriptures told you not to do.
Mm.
You know?
That's wild. Yeah, like look at us. We're three brothers out here in Rochester, but we're not using that liberty out here to be a demon, you know, to be wicked.
Or to make filthy lucre's sake off the ministry.
Right.
You know, we don't have a fancy website or selling flyers.
Or we ain't camping on the side, not recorded with a donation plate. Now, I mean, you can, that's not saying wicked, but we're not in the spirit of worrying about money.
Right.
You know, brothers have offered and asked, and we be more in the spirit, you know, send it to the apostles. Send it to the men who we've learned from in the spirit, you know, before we get why you'd want to. But understand this, there's men that been doing this way before. You may come across young brothers like ourselves, but we ain't just some lone rangers out here.
Right.
They're right. That's why we say, hey, we got elders. You go to them. You know.
They deserve it, man.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And it's ordered.
And they're not even pushing that message. You know. That's why it's up to us in the right spirit to be in that. Like, hey man, give it. You know, give it where it should go.
And it goes in to say.
I mean, not saying we don't need it either, but we got the brothers. You know, we go through a financial situation, you know. Of course you could do a quick video, hey brothers, I'm down and out. And I guarantee you brothers would send money. But what? We do it in order. Hey brother, we want to, all right, let's figure out a plan. All right, well, I'm gonna go hit the regional elder. Let's talk what we want to do. Let's handle this, and then we handle it. We handle it in house,
And it's handled
and it's handled.
to the Lord.
Right.